Reaching Radiant comes with a steep price, but now more than ever, I'm realizing how incomparable it is to that of reaching mental, physical, emotional, and financial mastery. To not just master the potential of the game, but to master the potential of the world. Something I'd call an IRL Radiant. Embarking on this journey, I was expecting a peaceful, well-balanced, and enjoyable life from the get-go. But if anyone could just flick a switch and live like that, wouldn't everyone? What I've learned is it takes sacrifice. We're playing an anarchy game here. Yes, we've been able to develop our physique, and yes, we've been able to rank up in Valorant, but these examples are fair, not like the real world. And as a 20-year-old with no education or degrees, I've got to somehow escape the path that's already been laid out for me if I want to protect my dreams of becoming an extraordinary man. The only question now is, how the hell am I supposed to do that? I'm almost over it. I don't ever get to this point. Now, before we get stuck into the week, I bought a fan, okay? My hay fever, seasonal allergies are just going through the roof when I sleep with my window open. I can't breathe at night, and I think that's messing me up, okay? So maybe that'll help with some of our poor sleep. Anyways, my second corrective measure was actually to start taking my cold showers first thing in the morning. Yeah, this is really good for post-workout recovery, but at the same time, it triggers my stress hormone so much so that my circadian rhythm will get aligned, and I think that if we want better recovery overall, sleep is more important, and by having our cold showers first thing in the morning, what we could actually do is fully set our circadian rhythm best it's ever been and have the best sleep ever and then win at everything. Going to work, it was a short shift, but it was a pretty hectic one, I'm not gonna lie. Check this out, like I did 33 minutes of zone 4 cardio, 90% of my max heart rate. I also did 2 hours of zone 3 cardio, like that's pretty nuts, that's a lot of cardio. Anyways, upon arriving home, as promised, I get stuck into my second ever live stream. 10:30 a.m, Wednesday through till Sunday, I'm gonna live stream my warm-up, 3 games, gym session, and whatever else we end up getting up to on the day. I'll link my Twitch in the description, and I'd love to see you stop by. Physical warm-up. We will all do the warm-up with you as a community. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing star jumps right now, yeah? Now today, I actually opted for a supplement called Rhodiola Rosé instead of our normal Alpha GPC. Alpha GPC being really good for learning speed, and Rhodiola Rosé really good for mental clarity as well as stress management. Since one of the main things that we actually want to focus on at the moment is calming down in-game as well as just slowing down a tiny bit, I feel like Rhodiola Rosé at the moment is a little bit more relevant. I really liked it. I really liked it. Considering I haven't touched a game in literally 3 days, to be able to aim like this is actually really cool. Hopping into Valorant, my aim did not feel like I normally feel on a Wednesday morning. Like I really felt sharp, but so relaxed. It's like I swallow a capsule and just get better tension management. I don't know how to explain it any other way. And this feeling just carried on. It kept carrying on. Deathmatch was absolutely insane. We obviously do one deathmatch before we play, and I don't know. It was crazy. All of that just to whiff like that. All of that just to whiff that bad. Oh, why are we queuing into a game with no smokes? Now, I'm recording the voiceovers day by day, so you're hearing me on the day that I played this game. So this means I'm technically going to be VOD reviewing every single game I play now. Talk about game sense. Now, I'm not going to try and VOD review my mechanics like I always do, but they were definitely sharp, man. They're like sharp as right now. It absolutely sucks that you guys can't see my minimap, and I'm going to find a way around that, don't worry. But check out this composure. Full composure. I clear the corner angle, start pre-aiming wider, and suddenly get swung, but once again, perfect composure. This is really good. This is really good. And now we're in a numbers advantage position where we know where the enemy is. I just dump my util and play for the post plant. And just like that, we're thrifting them with no smokes. However, despite that giving us a very good economical advantage going into the next round, we somehow still throw it away. After lurking up short, making contact, and then getting into a bit of a duel, eventually my teammate TPs with the bomb. A pivotal game sense decision that I made though is to not disengage and instead to just keep fighting. On top of that, I lost composure and my micro adjustments were terrible against this breach. One single decision and suddenly we're getting thrifted in return. For our attack side bind as well, our pathing is absolutely clueless. Like I don't really know where I should be going as a sentinel just yet. For some reason I keep gravitating towards pocket on A site, and it's right now just leaving me in a really committed position. Like I'm just fighting and then dying. This concept also applies to the B site where I just always wrap elbow whether it's a good or bad play. Like here I probably should have stayed on site with breach. I'm once again just playing the game on hard mode, opting for these solo plays. Now after repeating these problems a few times on attack, we swap over to defense, and obviously defense is our favorite half. The thing is, defense feels really natural, so my mind is really clear and I'm able to full focus the teamwork element. There we go, heaven to group with breach. Don't pick, I'm coming. making plays with the team, everything. Now, on our 7th win in a row, I actually die because I don't pop my cage before swinging a trip. This isn't terrible, but this is some cipher tech that we need to get down 100%. I should be popping the cage preemptively and just sitting in it waiting for the trip to get hit. Now, before we take the win, I die one last time because I just simply was not aware of my mini-map. That's another thing, awareness, man. Get the awareness up. No smokes, no comms, and we pull away with a victory. This is the wall, yeah? Oh. Now, our second game was on Sunset. Somehow, once again, we did not have any smokes at all, and we're playing Vice, okay? I'm playing Vice because I don't know how to play Cypher on Sunset yet. I haven't done that research, so I just play Vice because I actually know a bit of a setup. Bad idea. The game was terrible. We lose. I'm not going to bore you guys with that, okay? Don't worry though. Next game, we are back on Cypher. We're on Haven, and we've actually researched this map. Most rounds, I opt for a B trip and a garage cam. I don't know if it's just the role change, but look at this discipline. The old me, we are re-swinging immediately. The new me waits till it's 5 versus 1, and then I re-swing. Some work to do though is our retake cage. This thing would be sick if I could get it proper, but yeah, I couldn't block off short, and then I just really didn't anticipate the fact that they could see me, and I died. So we got to work on our lineups, all right? Okay, wait. This is actually discipline. This is next level discipline. We're one shot and very easily able to die to this Reyna. Instead of swinging, I just jump peek, pull her attention, just make it really hard for her to fight, and I have my other 2 teammates just surround her. When I was rotating over to A site, I was doing so pretty methodically. When I was clearing long, I went all the way to the back of hell, just like we had in our coaching session, and I isolate that back left fight. But as we know, it's a non-negotiable. If the team pushes, we push, and I'm more than happy to push, guys, I swear. This round is one of my favorites though. Jet gets absolutely obliterated with a headshot mid-air. I spot the enemy Sentinel trying to hit a bit of a lurk on us, but nah, Sentinel diff, I can't let that happen. As she's trying to hide in the smoke, I lob a dart through it and end up tagging her once again. And to top it off, Sova tags her as well. Now that their lurk is dead, I lurk. Sentinel diff, hit a flank, kill everyone. That's how it's done. I feel so much better on Cypher. Despite the scores getting a little bit closer, we do wrap the game up with some beautiful kills, and hey, that's a win. Now this week, more than ever, I just really want to get on the gym grind. I want to increase my weight, I want to build muscle, and I just want to make progression in the physical pillar. We haven't been able to do so in so long. Last week, I did set up the gym cam, so I can actually live stream my gym sessions if I want to, but in saying that, I probably won't do it in future just because I kind of missed the peace, alright? It was very peaceful when I did my solo workouts, and the stream just feels like I'm still working a bit. And for the split today, I decided to do 1 day of gym, 1 day of cardio, 1 day of gym, and with the gym alternate between upper and lower body day. So day 1 is simply an upper body day where I do chest, biceps, shoulders, and triceps. The hardest exercise by far being the dips. The dips were insane. But anyways, we wrap up stream and I hop straight onto DaVinci. I end up smashing out 2.5 hours of editing / VOD reviewing, and I'm not 100% sold on the new workflow just yet. It's 5:30, I'm gonna make you all proud, okay? No mechanics training. No mechanics training. Our mechanics are fine. I'm going to do 90 minutes of studying. I'm going to study this game like a book. We just did VOD reviews and I found some of our weaknesses, but there's bigger weaknesses. Like I don't even know how to play Sunset or Pearl. If we get Pearl, it's GG. Time to learn. I'm going to learn all of it right now. I think it's worth noting. He just insta-cams this. Very interesting. Why? We don't know. Okay, I watched a Pearl VOD and I started to get into a Sunset VOD and then I just like really couldn't stomach it anymore. I've been on my computer for too long. I need to go do something else. After 12 hours of mental and physical grinding, I was desperately craving some time outdoors. Just needed to reset, regain myself, get away from the computer 100% and just try and rest a little bit. And honestly, it was super peaceful, but with where my head is at the moment, it's very hard to do anything without just thinking about the grind. I'm pretty deep in it right now. Like deep down, I know I probably really should switch off 100%, but even here, like I'm still recording for the video, still working on the grind, still thinking about how I need to grow the channel, I need to make more money, I need to do the grind, this and that, and it's just like never ending. It is never ending. Like I guarantee you, in this exact moment, I'm not relaxing. I'm sitting here diabolically planning my next moves. How am I going to become the best player in the world? How do I grind my mechanics faster? I don't know. It's somewhat relaxing, and maybe if I do this enough, eventually those thoughts will run out. I'll slow down and things will be better, but yeah, I'm just not there yet. The discipline side of things though, that's perfectly fine. 7 o'clock comes, we're off the computer and we're straight into our stretching. Having done these for over a week now, I'm feeling so much more flexible, and one of the coolest parts about it, especially because I do all my gaming oriented stretches, is there's absolutely no pain while I play any games at all. I used to have shoulder shoulder pain. I used to get a little bit of tension pain in my wrist. All gone. Everything's gone. I'm so comfortable while I play now. A piece of feedback that I've gotten quite often is that the KoFi was a little bit too pricey for people that just can't really afford to support the channel but want to. So I dropped it down by like 60% or something like that. It's like $3 now. So hopefully that makes it a little bit more accessible to other people. With that comes one of the coolest Discord communities of all time, access to behind the scenes content, as well as all the spreadsheets and stuff that I use in videos. This is the most direct way to support the financial pillar. So once again, the link will be in the description and I appreciate it very, very, very much. As per usual, the next morning, straight into the cold shower and then I'm off to work. After arriving back home, straight home, eat some food and get stuck into our stream. We do our usual warm up, but for some reason I wasn't too optimistic going into these games. As I went through aim labs and deathmatch, I just still felt a little bit groggy, tired, out of it. I just wasn't 100% there. My clarity wasn't amazing and my tension management wasn't too good. So I really didn't expect much. It's a really bad day. It is a really bad day. Queuing into the first game, we get Haven and the lurks, man. The lurks that we were pulling off as this game started, it was beautiful. I'm up garage, come. I haven't cleared C. What was unexplainably strange though is normally when we're tired, we perform in deathmatch, but then don't perform in game. However, today was the opposite. I came in and I wasn't performing a deathmatch, but then for some reason, these shots were so clean today. I actually felt really calm, really composed, and I had really good tension management. I can't explain it. 1C.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay.
He's one.
That's his. Oh my god.
The confidence was just starting to snowball into a barrage of just really accurate and cool, calm, collected plays. Like, this is actually really cool, and I was actually having a blast this session. A good reflection of that, though, is our 13-1 victory. Oh, we won. No way.
Welcome for the carry.
Close game, well done.
Yeah, thanks for the carry, bro. Oh, 24 RR, yes. The next game we get Ascent, and I gotta say, one of the key standouts here is definitely that we don't overheat solo anymore. Like, my brain really recognizes that if I've got teammates around me, making a solo play is the wrong play. Like, I know it and it feels wrong now. I need help.
Flash and get bomb.
I need help. Like, come on, this was beautiful. This was beautiful. For our A site hit, I've been using the early info cam, and then when we're pushing out main, I throw a cage in order to isolate a fight heaven. I've been saving my trip and cage as we push out onto site, just so that I can use it to hold the retake flood. And altogether, this adds a lot of power to the team's pushes, 100%. When lurking, this is my go-to mid cam. I use it to help me scale up mid, and I oftentimes just try to go for the CT wrap, because that seems the most comfortable for me. Our B execute though is where you can really see my comfortability with the Cypher util, especially for that post-plant setup. Most of the time I end up just gravitating towards B main, having a trip flank, cam on site, and then a trip market, and the combination is really, really good. And this whole playstyle just fits so much better than trying to force our way onto side and do these dashes, all this stuff that we just couldn't wrap our head around it. Now this makes sense, man. Yeah, I'm out.
Do you want me to smoke cubby?
I haven't. Yeah, come.
Oh, yeah.
Bubble, last round. On garden. Pop your open.
I thought today was going to be a bad day, man. Now, the Cypher tech is getting better, alright? Jet has knives, and I'm just simply countering it with this trip, alright? If she hits it, this will be insane. Never mind, they all rush mid, but it's alright. The idea is there. Oh, we're on rank up game. That's my first time playing Cypher and Ascent as well. But because I did the research, it just all pays off so well. Now, our final game was good mechanically, but there definitely was a villain here, alright? This Astra and her stars, alright? She played post-plant every single round. There was nothing we could do. This is busted. I don't know. We gotta find some counters to that. No time. Damn. I did learn some of those cringy Cypher dugout setups where you just sit back, wall bang, and just like kill everyone, and I definitely had some fun with that, but like once again, what am I meant to do? This Astra, man. Stars on bomb, play at the other side of the map. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Never mind. Now, by this game, the budget of energy was actually running really thin. I'm not gonna lie. Like the days where I don't have any work, don't have any responsibilities, and can just relax. Like I could play like 8 games in a day if I want to, full focus, smash it out, but I'm just like done after 2 games on a day like this. Nevertheless though, we just carry our own weight. The team also pulls through, and our attack side lurks as well as side executes came together to get us a nice victory. 3 for 3. That's a good day. That's a very good day. Smashed it. But our Ascent and 3 back. Let's go. Now, according to the plan, of course, we're supposed to be doing our cardio. But the thing is, I was already wrecked, and I've got another 3 days of work to get through. If I keep pushing and I keep going hard, we're gonna have the same problems as always, where I end up overtraining and just the chaotic mess creates and the cycle continues, you know? So we just take what we can for now and just try and recover. In this case, smashing out 30 minutes of meditation, where I definitely struggled. I haven't done this in a little bit. Next up, I just spent a couple hours cleaning everything, organizing myself, getting myself situated, getting myself in a comfortable position. From there, I watched some professional VODs and start adding to our database of knowledge, okay? We're using Obsidian, and we're just getting photos of all the most important trips and plays so that I can just quickly glance over it before a game starts. Because I've been recording my full games, I actually ended up spending the rest of the day editing. So this is actually something I don't do moving forwards. Like I said earlier, the plan was to VOD review every single game by recording the full games instead of using my OBS replay buffer, but it's just taking up too much time, and I think we could get much more effective practice in it instead. Tonight, however, after doing my 45 minutes of stretching, I added in 15 minutes of meditation to try and help myself get to sleep. The mind has been racing at night lately, and I don't know, I just feel way too stressed going into sleep. Alright, fresh day, fresh cold shower, fresh working shift, we come home and it's straight into our stream. After our mental, physical, and mechanical warm-up, our first game ended up being Split. And the first thing you'll notice is that I've got chat on screen now, but I didn't set the fade timer. I didn't make it so that chat fades, so it just stays there, unfortunately. Now, throughout the attack half of this game, it was a lot of lurking. There wasn't too much to it, and we definitely pulled a lot of rotates and had a lot of impact, but nothing interesting. Defense, though, we learned some pretty cool stuff. What I was doing was varying my playstyle and trying to be as unpredictable as possible. Sometimes I was playing on my kill trips and just trying to go for those frags. Other times I was just setting up info trips and literally just rotating off the site. I was learning about the concept of not only filling gaps, but also create these deceiving weak points so that I can strengthen other parts of the map way more than they should be.
So both Renner here. The info trip there was actually only a clip.
Now, after winning that game, we queue into Split again, and this time there is another villain, the Deadlock Wall. It turns out it takes 46 bullets with a classic to break the middle part, by the way. The only way I could really think to counter it was just by simply rushing A, but the thing is, we could only really do that for so long before they start to stack A and abuse it even harder. In this case though, the playbook worked perfectly fine. Take A main, hold Heaven Flood, wrap around to Heaven, win the round. But then calling Yoru to come give us a hand with the Deadlock Wall, it wasn't there, and instead we were met with this. So then, thinking I'm in a Cypher 1 versus 1, I go back to A main, find another Deadlock Wall, die again, and I'm lost. The pistol round of our defense though, things were starting to look good. 9-3 curse was on the horizon, alright? This was pure game sense. I knew that the trip hadn't been hit. I had my cam to clear backside. There's only one place she could be. We won our anti-eco, lost our bonus, and here we are once again, still fragging out and trying our hardest. Although here, I've got another example of how I actually don't like to make solo plays anymore. Like, if I have teammates that I can fight with, my brain just straight up refuses to do it. This is pure subconscious behavior, okay? So, subconsciously competent at working with the team when it comes to taking duels, bang, perfect. Tick that box, tick that box. We're actually starting to bring it back, and check this cam out, okay? This is the ultimate Nats cam, okay? Bang, spot every single one of them. The team can fast rotate over, and suddenly everyone's dead, and I'm in a 1 versus 4 scenario, and I don't know how. But I've got information on everyone, okay? So there's no reason to lose this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Was that an overflick? Disgusting. No wonder we're not Radiant yet. Queuing into bind, we're playing B, early info cam, fragging out. I'm yet to watch any proper games or guides on how to actually play this map, but for some reason, I'm just so comfortable on it. And the thing is, once I'm comfortable on the agent, the aim just comes with it. Because I'm not thinking about nothing. The aim just flows. Perfect tension management, fast reactions. It's beautiful. Yeah, we absolutely slaughtered this game 13-3.
What's everyone's go-to pie flavor?
Now, after changing up the way we do things and not editing after our sessions anymore, I decided that gives me a reasonable amount of time to play 1 extra game per day. So instead of stopping at 3, we play 4. Maybe some extra game sense, some extra practice, who knows. But for the 3rd time today, we're on Split, so I guess we're really trying to master this map here. Not versing a Deadlock this time, we can actually put to work some of our lurks/fake lurks. Honestly, when we get to actually play out this game plan, it works so well. Like, it really does shine. Problem is though, for a 4th game of the day, I'm definitely stretching the budget, and the budget wasn't big in the first place. This game I opted for a bit more A-site play, but still throwing info trips and just playing fast rotate.
I think I found him.
On my 3.
Our clutches were still decent, which is quite nice, and I'm definitely getting more and more comfortable with these kind of scenarios. The sentinel role is definitely pushing me in that direction for sure. And despite definitely being ready to hop off and super keen to just end the game, we still carried our own weight, held up some good sight holds, and were able to walk away with a win. It wasn't amazing, but a win is a win. Now, a couple months ago, we had the whole problem of the burger cheese and the protein poisoning. It definitely put me off eating protein, but the reality is that I wasn't protein poisoned because I ate too much protein. It was because I wasn't eating enough fat or carbs to go with it. Yes, 250 grams was excessive, but going all the way down to the amount that I have, maybe that's too little. Maybe I'm a bit more fatigued than I need to be because I'm not eating enough protein. So, science experiment, eat more chicken. Now, because I don't have to do any editing tonight, plenty of time to grind, and honestly, I was kinda not keen on more game sense. It's 4:30 now, so some aim training done. I down some alpha GPC and I lock in for some pure focused aim training. For this session, I was doing Minigod's micro routine just at my own pace, focusing on my technique and just really trying to develop my tension management as best as I could because we just want soft micros. I actually couldn't tell you how it's been 90 minutes, but it has been 90 minutes. Now I was definitely starting to get to a point where I needed to get off the computer, get outside, get some sunlight, get in the grass, try and recover as best as I can. But when I hit the wall like this, like I hit the wall, and every single day as I get more and more tired, hitting the wall is harder and harder. Like, I don't know, it's a trap, man. We've been in this spiral for so long and I don't know how to get out of it. Because yesterday's efforts to meditate before bed had somewhat of a good effect on us, I was like, you know what, let's just make that a thing. So after doing my 45 minutes of stretching, straight into 15 minutes of meditation, and we get a good night's sleep. We're almost at 2 weeks of cold showers and we're definitely starting to get cold adapted. The idea of just focusing on my breath, trying to calm my mind while I'm under stress it's good practice, to say the least. Having worked every day since Tuesday this week, lifting heavy objects and doing stupid things, my back is absolutely fried. At this point, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm kind of frustrated, but I've got a stream to put on and that's what I do. 10:30 AM, Wednesday through till Sunday. Simple as that. I smashed through our mental, physical, and mechanical warm-up, and we're straight into bind. Since a couple of the previous VOD reviews, I've got some brand new knowledge to put to the test on this map, starting with some pretty intentional cage and trip placements. Obviously, we're looking for kills here, but goes deeper than that. Smokes go off and I'm sitting in the smokes waiting for someone to hit the trip. The first victim is Neon, and then straight afterwards I get Clove as well. I look at minimap and see that showers pushes a threat.
Get showers.
And what do you know? I've got a cage that's perfectly placed in the middle of sight to isolate the showers fight while we've got people behind us short. It just kind of showcases where our cypher's going. A few rounds later I do the exact same thing and it just works perfectly. Like, it's working, man. It's working. The Cypher's working. Now, a concept that we struggled heaps on with Jet, but are really thriving on with Cypher, is our awareness of teammates. What are they doing? How are they pathing? And how can I play with them? In this example, you can clearly see that I'm just hugging the Clove. Like, I was going to push U-Haul with her. She decided not to. I just went with her. We wrapped sight together. I didn't com anything. I just followed her. Now, besides some really nice lurks and impact on attack, unfortunately, their Neon ended up dropping like 40 on us. We got destroyed, and yeah, there wasn't too much we could do about that. By the time the next game rolled around, honestly, I didn't even really want to play anymore.
X aren't feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all.
Now, at this point, I'm kind of getting a bit confused as to whether my fatigue is mental or physical.
One under tower.
Like, I'm more than capable of just continuing to play and giving it my best effort, and I don't feel like I'm getting frustrated or emotionally volatile, but at the same time, I'm just bottlenecked so hard by something. Is it my cardio? Am I just not able to handle 3 hours of zone 2 and 3 cardio, or is it because I'm just doing too much in a day? We lost the Abyss game, but I didn't even think to record the ending at all. Goes to show where my head's at. Regardless, I've still done some more research on Ascent that I'm happy to show you guys. So we've got the lineup now. We push up mid. We get shot through a cage. We've gotten our cage util down a lot better. We can use it to isolate fights a lot more and also provide cover when going into fights. For example, this Heaven one. Got the cage to peek off. We've also been developing our holding micro. So when we hear footsteps, we hold wider than if we don't. And in this case, I hear nothing. So obviously I hold tight and get rewarded for it. It's becoming a lot more instinctive to fortify the site and hold the retake flood from mains. B main market is a prime example because that's just free kills. And then of course I've just been abusing the B main early info cam. Our positioning for the trip kills is very nice, but with Neon in the meta I should probably work on my close range tracking.
Please let me hit a shot. Oh my god, I need to do close range long strafes right now.
We've built up the discipline not to dry peek if we don't need to. We've had to be a lot more patient in order to make this work, but every single time now we get rewarded from that. Once again, holding close, doing the usual. All the puzzle pieces are starting to come together.
Maybe outside. We don't have spot. Nice.
That's patience. Third trip? That means I can push out, right?
Main.
Help him, Phoenix! What the?
Shush, I'm trying to clutch. I'm trying to clutch, okay? Jesus. The way that I feel, well, I have an analogy, okay? Let's say you came home late from work and you walk in your front door. You don't expect anything, but then suddenly out of nowhere, I just jump out of the dark shadows with a scary killer mask on and scream as loud as possible. Chances are you're gonna jump really loud. Like, you're gonna be like, what the hell has just happened? You're gonna freak out. Alternatively, say you finish work and you're driving home and I send you a text message and I say, hey guys, I'm hiding in your house with a scary killer mask. And then you come home, walk through the door, I jump out, you're kind of just looking at it like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, it's the end of the week and I'm exhausted, but at the end of every single week, I'm too exhausted to do anything. It's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle of overtraining every single week. But then from the perspective of the videos, it's like, what overtraining? Dude, you haven't even done your gym session or your cardio. How could you possibly be overtraining? And that's the question that I've got to answer for myself. Is like, am I just a weakling, or is like, what's going on? That's why now more than ever, I'm questioning my diet, I'm questioning my routine, I'm questioning my habits, I'm questioning everything. Like, we need to break through. We need to get out of this. This vicious cycle needs to stop. Like, it's okay that you're messaging me every single night and telling me that you're gonna jump scare me, but stop. I can't be bothered having to tell you to get out of my house every day.
Oh my god.
Another stream done and another wall hit. Even harder than the last time. Like I said, harder and harder every time. It's getting worse. I feel relieved that I don't have work tomorrow and I can start recovering, but like, I don't want to live like that. I don't want to count down the days until I can get my mental health back. I want balance. I want balance. That's it. That's all I'm asking for here. And also to fly to Asia and beat Premier in a 1v1. But in order to achieve balance, I've got problems to solve. So that's exactly what I start doing. Everything on the whiteboard. Ideas. What do we do? What do we need to work on? What's stopping me? What's holding me back? It's like my neofrontal cortex is just on fire and the front of my brain is just trying to problem solve how to unfire itself. The carnivore diet does this. It keeps me on the offense. I need to be ahead of the problem at all times. There's not a second to waste because we've got things to do. Up until now, the increased cortisol wasn't a bad thing. It got me out of the rut, pushed me to new limits, and helped us develop systems and habits that we just wouldn't have otherwise. It's pretty fair to say that it's probably a bottleneck if I'm struggling to sleep at night because all I can think about is the grind. Trip CTs are pushing on site, so that should be an info trip, to be honest. I throw it low, but realistically, there's no opportunity for a kill there. Now, as of right now, I haven't changed my diet yet, so the second I finish eating, I feel a very strong desire to continue VOD reviewing, and I made some cool content for the KoFi supporters to enjoy, a bit of behind the scenes, you know? But anyways, after another hour of VOD reviewing, I had a bit of a chat with my partner, and I gave her a bit of insight into how I was feeling, and she kind of just said, stop. Like, just take a break. Kind of explain the whole concept of the harder you try, the harder you fail. And that, yeah, I can give it my all for many weeks on end, but then I'm just going to need a couple weeks off and I'll be even more disappointed. So for the next 90 minutes after that call, for the first time in months, I sat on the couch. I actually bursted into laughter. It felt so weird just relaxing. Waking up in the morning, I brought the red light therapy device out of retirement, smashing out about 20 minutes worth before hopping into the cold shower. With each and every day that I step into the cold shower, it gets easier and easier to control my breathing, control my mind. So we are developing. Speaking of developing, I was inspired to make a brand new system. So I made a spreadsheet that turns my entire day-to-day life into a Valorant competitive game. I've got my ideal routine, which is nice and balanced, don't worry. And then every single day, all I have to do is check off every single thing one by one. That's it, nothing else. It'll compare our stats to the previous week so that we're incentivized to grind as hard as humanly possible. Dude, what am I saying? Anyways, onto the live stream. We're doing great. We're doing great. This is going to be a new ritual, by the way. Like, we're going to start every stream with dramatic music. Whether I thought it was the 90 minutes I spent on the couch or the morning that I spent not at work, I was determined to make today a special day. My opportunity to show my true potential, what I'm capable of, and what better map than Haven for our first game of the day. A map that we have thoroughly VOD reviewed over the last couple weeks. Okay. Just play your life, I got flanked. Having pulled off multiple effective lurks like this, you would expect us to be flying this game, but we end up finishing the half 3-9. But with unshakable willpower comes potential for comebacks, and against all odds, you're looking at an 11-12 scoreline.
Oh, Jet's 40 close.
Why did I throw another cage? I actually kill him if I don't throw another cage. After choking in the face of defeat, we're on to our next game, our second attempt. One where our mechanics are starting to warm up, and we still have some energy left in the tank. The way in which we use it though is 100% responsible for the outcome of our next couple games, and whether we start to build momentum from here or crumble once again, we can only pray.
Lost 1 HP, lost 1 HP.
One mid. Going A.
No, flank, 1 mid, 1 mid.
Now, despite the unquenchable thirst to succeed, it just simply isn't enough. This game demands more. This game needs more. It was a rough game. I didn't play good. Queuing into our next game and expecting something different would be the definition of insanity. I am pretty insane. The mental decline, the brain fog, the demotivation, the lack of confidence, the inability to control our tension, all of it was just compounding. Yeah, I can show you some nice kills, but the reality is I wasn't having fun. I wasn't playing to my true potential, and I didn't put up a performance deserving of any kind of reward. Now, out of principle of doing what I say, I play my 4th game, like I said, and I tensed up again. I'm just over it. I'm almost over it. I don't ever get to this point. Alright, I'll try to channel some energy into the last rounds. It really sucks when you want to succeed at something so badly that trying ends up being your downfall. Like, moving forwards from here, I actually don't even know what to do. I think now more than ever, I desperately need to optimize my diet for athletic performance instead of cognitive performance, which will be my 2nd attempt now. Monumental moment right here. The first berries. It's probably been 4 or 5 months since I've had any kind of fruit. They taste nice. I'm gonna eat all these. The rest of my night was simple. I started off with half an hour of aim training, focusing on my micro adjustments and just softening up my aim as much as possible because tension management was a massive problem in our last couple games. Then I do half an hour of deathmatch where I just try and apply that as best as I can. Tension management, stay calm, stay collected, relax. Then I cook myself dinner, which was chicken and sweet potato, getting the carbs back on. I'm planning to do 60% carbs, 20% protein, 20% fat, whatever that looks like, but it's gonna be a lot of carbs, so whatever. I don't care. I actually don't care because there's no point focusing on cognitive performance if my physical performance is so weak it destroys my cognitive anyways. Like, it's stupid. Anyways, once I finished eating, the next 30 to 40 minutes just went towards VOD reviewing both pro games and my own. I decided to slow down my engagements and try and figure out what I'm doing wrong, and I found some pretty interesting things, but I'll tackle them next week, 100%. We're definitely embarking on a brand new adventure here, one that I wasn't ready to tackle a couple weeks ago, but honestly, I've never wanted to do something more in my life. I'm alive and well. I've just been eating chicken, sweet potato, Mediterranean salad. My body definitely can't digest carbohydrates properly yet. I was at work and I was ready to throw up today. Even now, I feel like a couple hours after eating, I'm already like getting really headachy. So the way I'm feeling now probably will reflect in the video's quality, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it is because, you know, I'm editing while adapting to a new diet, but I have found some time to just do my own things, and that consisted of just making things. I like making things, man. So I made something to hang my futon and everything on, so it's not going from the tatami to the floor and stuff like that. And then I decided to make a piece of furniture for my room, inspired by the Japanese artists that just paint without thinking. This is the same concept. I just built without thinking. Whatever it turned out, I had no plan, no measurements, nothing. I just built. Honestly, I couldn't have been happier with the outcome, and it took my mind off things, definitely. Like, I was just going. I was just in that flow. This will be at the opposite end of the room to my bed, and I'll just put my phone on it so that it goes off an alarm, you know, have to walk to the other side of the room, but at least it's not just on the floor or something. Now, it'd be interesting to look at the stats, like, how did we do this week? Well, firstly, looking at Valorant, we're Ascendant 3 now, so we ranked up, and we did so with a 61.11% win rate, which is the highest we've seen in like over a month. Not only that, but our average headshot percentage for the week was 46.2%, which is pretty nice. That's the most we've seen in a while. Our physical health measurements are pretty much all the same. For a while, I had a really good understanding of what I actually need to eat in order to gain weight, but now that we're going back to carbs, I don't know, I'm gonna have to recalibrate and re-understand all of that, and it might be a little bit of learning there as well. Recovery, on the other hand, is actually much better. First of all, we've got a way lower resting heart rate. We're already down to the 70s now. With my allergies, sleep is definitely suffering, so that's something I'm trying to work on though. But our cardiovascular health is definitely seeing improvements if we can push 13.4 strain and still have a record resting heart rate. This week, between YouTube and KoFi, we were able to increase the Zasko fund by another 100 and something bucks. I'm now a Twitch affiliate, which will make a big difference in that, but I'm also going to take 100 bucks out to give it to the winner of the art competition. It's time to say my goodbyes. Hope you all have a wonderful week, and I do appreciate everyone for stopping by. If you've made it this far and you're not subscribed, that's really weird and you should definitely consider doing so. I love you all, and I'll see you Wednesday, 5 AM in the morning, same as always.